Welcome to the SuperSCADA training video on the basics of creating a new product, bill of materials, and putting it into the production plan for production. So what I've got here is I've got a tab here for Odoo and a menu, and yours may look similar to this. In particular, it's got things like manufacturing and inventory on there. I've also got another tab here on the graphics, and we can see a couple of weighers here and the production holders on, and also another tab for the production program, and nothing in the production program at the moment. So if we go to Odoo then and go to the menu and go to manufacturing, then products, there's a list of all of the products, raw material, else. So go to new product. So here we are here. Now let's call this STD rower 4, say. So it can be sold, yes. Can be purchased, no, because we go to manufacturing. It's a storable product, fine. Units of measure, I would suggest kgs there, fine. Sales price, we won't bother with anything at the moment. Internal reference, we'll call this SG, that's almost like an index, SG04. We won't bother with the barcode equivalence, but product template tags. Now it's useful to be able to differentiate between products and packaging and raw materials and so on and so forth. So we'll call this an FP. On the other tabs along here, sales, won't bother with anything in there at the moment. Inventory, the operations is going to be manufacture, and on the traceability we'll track this by lots, and then if you want to have an expiration day, you click on this and you can enter the various values here for the expiration. I'll just take that off for the moment. Logistics and everything else, we're not bothered about that. Accounting, we're not bothered about that at the moment. And SuperSCADA, now we're going to be blending. And that is basically it. So we'll click on this save manual button here. It's like a little cloud with an up arrow on it. So we go back to products and then bill of materials. So these are all the existing ones. So if I go to new, and we're going to call this, well, this is SG04, and it comes up with our name of the product. Quantity. Now, I'm going to suggest you always put 100 here, because although it says it's in kg, it really means it's in percentage. Manufacture this product, that's fine. And the components. So let's add some components here. Wheat bulk, and just say it's 50%. Remember, it's percentage and not kilos. And here's another one, barley, whole bulk, and let's put 40% there. And the next one, naked oats, bulk, and let's put 5% that, and maize, maize whole bulk here, and if we put another 5% for that. Now this total quantity is 100, so that all looks good. Operations, there's no need to put anything in the operations. Miscellaneous, there's no need to put in anything there as well. So that's our bill of materials. So if we save it by this little icon here. Now what we've got to do is we've got to put in some parameters for the product. So if we go for, click here and then SuperSCADA, this is a manufacturing product, so we go to parameters, product, and then new, because we've the new product. So we call this SG04, and then the line, this is for blending, this is on the blending line. So we're going to save that, now it comes up with the parameters that this plant needs. This is to do with the mixing. So the dry mix time, for instance, this is the time it mixes before any liquids are added. Total mix time, I'm just guessing some values here, say 80 seconds for that. And the final mixing, well, here's just some values. Save that. So, and then we're going to save all of these by this little cloud button here, save manually. So that's basically defined the product and the bill of materials. So we go back to the menu here and put in inventory, blending. Now there's nothing in the blending program. So we put in new. So the product is going to be SG04. And the quantity. Now, just say we want 3 tons, so we'll put in 3,000 kgs. It's fine. Components, it's come up with all the components here. Work orders, there's no need to add anything here. Miscellaneous, there's no need to put anything here. SuperSCADA, now it's going to be manufacturing coding, but first of all, just save that manually, and it generates, this is the blending, the works order, BL lots of 7s, blending, and it needs a destination. Now before I put a destination in, if we just say confirm, now it comes up with some other menu options here, and the one I'm interested in is SuperSCADA code. Now if you press on this here, it comes up with any problems or not, as the case may be. Now this is an example, no valid destination set. That's because I haven't put a destination down here. So if I put a destination in, these are the different destinations. Say I want to go to packing line 5, save it. Now if I go to SuperSCADA code, it says coded OK, green. So this is going to be OK for manufacturing. So we've basically put it in, we have a manufacturing order. If we went to the overview again, we'd see here is 1 to process. So if we click on here, here it is. This is the reference, this is the manufacturing order, today, standard graph 4, available, and so on. We are 3 tons, Hill-Far Foods, and it's confirmed. Now we go on to the other tab here, production program. Now this is updated from time to time, but if you want to force an update, just switch it to live mode and then back again, and you'll see here is the manufacturing order to make. So to move it into production, we click on the button here, switch to live mode, and you can literally drag that across, put it where you want, and it defaults to 1 batch. So you can either move all 6 batches or move 1. So just say we want to move 2. Okay, so this is 2 batches to be made, 4 batches still into the program, and then we put it back to edit mode. Now if we go to look at the graphics, you'll see down here the next batch, it's product SG04, here's the manufacturing order number, and you can see here the feeder's running, the weight is going up on this weigher. If I zoom in, you'll see it a bit more, and the other weighers might very well be weighing up at the same time, depending on where those raw materials are. It's it started here, it's gone for a the end, and here's the next raw material here. So that is describes the basics of how to enter a product bill of materials and get one going.